Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we are tackling a question that I get asked a lot, and that is, how can I make $10,000 a month with surface pattern design? Now, it's a fantastic goal, and I'm going to give you my honest, no fluff answer based on over a decade of experience in the industry. So recently I received an email from someone who, after a big accomplishment, like they had completed a university degree, but they bravely decided to pivot and pursue their passion in design. And she reached out to me and emailed me and asked me, is it realistic to make a stable income specifically through licensing within just 1 to 3 months of starting in this industry? And my direct answer was, your head is in the clouds. If you're expecting a stable licensing income within 1 to 3 months of beginning surface pattern design. Now, I know this must sound harsh, but let me explain why. So first off, skill development takes time. You can learn the basics of creating a repeating pattern in your favorite software, but mastering industry standard software like Adobe Photoshop or Illustrator or Procreate really does take time. Developing a truly strong, unique artistic style takes time. Building a portfolio that showcases your work, this all takes significant time. These aren't just technical skills that you can download. They are creative muscles that you need to consistently exercise and refine. Secondly, and this is a big one, licensing is a business relationship. Deals don't just happen overnight. It involves a lot of moving parts. So first off, you need to build a strong, diverse portfolio that appeals to different industries and product categories. You need to research potential clients, manufacturers, brands whose aesthetics align with yours. You need to network with people in the industry and actually make genuine connections with them. You need to understand legal contracts and how to negotiate terms. And often, but not always, attend trade shows. I have never attended a trade show, but I know a lot of people do get a lot of benefit out of them. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of them down where I live. I would love to just pop over to the US or the UK, but yeah, that costs a lot of money as well. So, but for some people who have access to them, trade shows are a really good way to network, show your portfolio, make connections, and build relationships. So the entire process of all of this can take months, often years, before you can see consistent income from licensing alone. And often also you've got to remember that the payments are often tied to the product sales, not just from upfront fees. So what I mean by that is that you get royalties often with licensing contracts, and you don't start seeing them for months or even a year later. So yeah, you're never going to get them in the first 1 to 3 months of starting. And finally, you need market awareness. So to truly succeed in licensing, you need to understand the current trends, what sells in different product categories, what the market is looking for, which does change. And this awareness is something that you build over time. I don't think it's something you could just kind of develop quickly in a month or so. It happens over time as you immerse yourself into the industry. So does this mean your income goal of $10,000 a month as a one-person show, working maybe 20 days a month, is impossible? Absolutely not. This income goal is 100% possible for a one-person surface pattern design business, but And here's the kicker, it's likely not achievable in that first 1 to 3 months, or even within the first year. This is something that is going to take a few years at least. So for many designers, reaching $10,000 a month takes several years, and it did for me. And even now, sometimes I don't make $10,000 a month. It takes several years of dedicated work to get there. And that includes skill development, marketing, relationship building. Some will reach it faster, and especially if they have prior experience or business experience or have truly exceptional talent, and maybe they have some amazing marketing skills. But for most people, it will take longer. And remember, it's a journey, not a sprint. So to reach $10,000 a month, primarily through licensing, you typically need a high volume of diverse designs licensed across multiple categories and companies, or just a few really lucrative long-term deals. And it's really rare to hit that kind of consistent income from just 1 or 2 initial licenses, sadly. And that is why designers supplement their licensing income with other revenue streams. And I think this is really important. I think this is how I've managed to sustain a career. I don't just solely rely on my licensing deals and royalties. So there's a lot of ways you can diversify your income with your surface pattern designs. You could do direct sales, so you could sell from your website, an online store, or you could sell through print on demand. Spoonflower has always been a good one for me. Or you could create products yourself and then sell them either online or through markets. You could sell digital products, so creating and selling things like Procreate brushes, digital planners or templates that other people can use. These are really popular. Also, you can take on commissions, and this is probably my other biggest area in my work. So you could do custom work for clients, or you could even get into children's book illustration, which is what I do. I try to do 1 or 2 books a year. So you get upfront fees for those, and then of course you get royalties from the sales of those. So the more you do, the more royalties you get, basically. So I like to do a couple of them a year. Plus you could also get into teaching online, or you could do content like I'm doing here on YouTube. YouTube does pay me a little bit, which is lovely. Not a lot, but a little bit. But mostly it also gets people to my courses, which then I get paid for. So YouTube has been a fantastic way to supplement my income. So I guess what's my overarching advice for you, or for those who are serious about making a living and even making that $10,000 a month with surface pattern design? I say embrace the journey with patience and a realistic time frame. Focus on falling in love with the process, the designing, the learning, the creating. Build your skills and consistently work on creating a strong and unique portfolio, as well as building up your skills. The financial success will follow, but remember, it's a marathon, not a sprint. I've never been good at sprints. Marathons, maybe long distance is way better. So if you're serious about pursuing a surface pattern design career and you want to dive deeper into all these topics, from building your portfolio to navigating the business side and diversifying your income, I would love for you to join my community. It's a really supportive space where you can learn from others who are on the same sort of journey. They might be further ahead, they might be somewhere in the middle, they might be only just starting out, but there's a whole bunch of lovely people in there at different points in their career. Very supportive community. You can ask questions, you can join in live Q&As. I have monthly portfolio challenges for you to build up that portfolio. But yeah, have a look at the link below and we would love to see you in there. If you want to learn about the mind shift I had that turned my passion into a business, then I recommend having a look at this video here to learn all about it. I wish you all the best in fulfilling your creative career. If you have any questions, pop them below, and thank you again for watching. Hit that like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. See ya!